Have you ever faced a door slammed shut in your face, only to find it was the best thing that could have happened to you? Well, today we're diving deep into the art of turning the tables on rejection, inspired by none other than the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. Imagine you're in a world where every no doesn't push you down, but propels you forward. Rejection, a word that often brings a sting, can become your stepping stone to greatness. It's not about tricking fate, but understanding that sometimes the universe's no is a hidden yes to something greater. Well, today we're diving deep into the art of turning the tables on rejection, inspired by none other than the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius.
In this video, we'll unpack 13 powerful lessons that teach you to harness the power of rejection. We're not just talking theory. These are practical, real-world strategies that you can apply in your daily life. Before we jump in, let's make sure this wisdom reaches as many as possible. Hit that like button and ring the notification bell. It tells YouTube you're finding value in what we're sharing. Now, let's get started on this transformative journey together. Ready to turn your rejections into your greatest victories?
Number 1, ignore them too. When life hands you the cold shoulder of indifference, don't shrink back, rise above it. Ignoring those who ignore you isn't petty. It's a powerful statement of your self-worth.
Imagine this. Someone decides you're not worth their time. That's their loss, not yours. By choosing not to engage, you're saying, I am worth more. This isn't about getting back at someone. It's about reclaiming your energy and investing it where it matters. Sometimes it stings when someone ignores us, but instead of dwelling in that pain, use it as a catalyst for growth. Build a fortress of self-respect and let their indifference bounce off it. You're not just surviving their rejection, you're thriving despite it. This approach doesn't just show emotional maturity, it's a testament to your inner strength. Remember, your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. Stay true to yourself, and let your actions speak louder than their silence.
2. Don't react emotionally.
Rejection can sting, making you want to react, to let your emotions run wild. But here's a secret weapon from the Stoic playbook: calmness. When someone brushes you off, it's tempting to let frustration or sadness take the driver's seat. Stoicism, a philosophy as relevant today as it was in ancient Greece, offers a different path. Rejection can sting, making you want to react, to let your emotions run wild. This isn't about suppressing your feelings. It's about not letting them control you. When you're ignored, instead of getting upset or seeking validation, take a step back. Ask yourself, why is this bothering me?
Often it's not the rejection itself, but our own insecurities that hurt us the most.
Here is where we need to get practical. You're being ignored. Breathe. Reflect on why this moment isn't defining you. It's just that, a moment. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our actions and responses, not on others' behavior. So stay polite. Stay kind.
If you feel like reaching out, do so with genuine concern, not expectation. Seat. This approach isn't about being passive. It's about being master of your emotions.
It's recognizing that your self-worth isn't tied to others' approval.
Your power lies in how you respond. not in how others treat you. That's a game changer.
Adopting this mindset isn't easy, but it's transformative. When you master calmness in the face of rejection, you're not just handling a tough situation, you're growing. You're learning that your inner peace doesn't depend on external validation. It's a journey towards self-confidence where you learn to value yourself independently. By doing this, you show real strength and resilience. And guess what? That's incredibly attractive.
People are drawn to those who are self-assured, those who don't crumble at the first sign of indifference.
So by staying calm, you're not just coping, you're thriving.
You're becoming someone who can face rejection and turn it into a stepping stone for personal growth.
That's the way of the calm.
Three, remove them from your mind.
When faced with rejection, harnessing the art of detachment becomes a powerful tool in your arsenal.
This isn't about forgetting or pretending the rejection didn't sting. It's about channeling that experience into something transformative.
Start by acknowledging the rejection, feel its impact, but don't let it anchor your thoughts. Like a skilled sailor navigating rough seas, use the waves to steer you forward, not to capsize your boat.
Tips. Transforming rejection requires a shift in perspective. Picture rejection not as a roadblock, but as a detour sign. Explore activities that enrich your spirit and broaden your horizons. Dive into a book that challenges your thinking. Take up a sport that tests your limits. Or volunteer in a community project that offers a fresh perspective. These aren't just distractions. They are stepping stones to self-discovery and growth. Every new experience carves out a part of you, making you more resilient, more adaptable.
Also, cultivate a circle of positivity. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you.
In their company, share your aspirations and listen to theirs. Such interactions create an environment where mutual growth thrives.
Remember, rejection is not a reflection of your worth. It's an invitation to rediscover and reinvent yourself.
As you navigate this journey, you'll find that what once seemed like a painful rejection was, in fact, a nudge towards a more fulfilling path.
4. Demonstrate your value. Rejection stings, but it's also a litmus test for your resilience. Instead of wilting under its weight, view it as a chance to reveal your grit. Next time you're sidestepped in a meeting or overlooked for a promotion, take a breath.
Instead of brewing a storm of self-pity or bitterness, channel that energy into constructive action.
Work on a project that highlights your skills, or offer to lead a new initiative. Your value isn't diminished by others' oversight. It's an opportunity to shine brighter, undeterred by the shadows of dismissal. Remember that old saying, when one door closes, another opens. That's not just idle chatter. It's a blueprint for action. Rejection isn't a reflection of your worth. It's a redirection to where you're needed more. If you're passed over for a role, maybe it's the universe nudging you towards something that aligns better with your talents and passions. Use this as a catalyst to reassess and realign. What are your core strengths? How can you pivot to make the most of them? It's about creating your success story, one where every setback is a setup for a comeback. This isn't about plastering a smile over disappointment. It's about embracing the full spectrum of emotions and then moving forward with grace.
Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our actions and reactions. When faced with rejection, practice empathy, both for yourself and others.
Maybe that colleague who overlooked you is battling their own insecurities. Extend understanding, not as a weakness, but as a testament to your strength. Grow from these experiences, reflect on them, learn, and then, like a phoenix, rise from the ashes of rejection. More formidable and wiser than before. Rejection, therefore, isn't the end of your story. It's a twist in the plot, pushing you towards becoming the most authentic, resilient version of yourself. Face it head-on with the wisdom of the ages and the vitality of youth.
And watch as it transforms from your biggest fear to your greatest ally in personal growth and success.
9. Act as if they don't exist. When faced with someone who ignores you, sometimes the strongest response is a quiet one. It's not about being petty or cold. It's about respecting your own peace. If someone chooses to overlook you, let them. Don't waste your energy trying to catch their eye or spark a conversation. Instead, redirect your attention in a social setting like a party. This might mean turning towards someone who values your company. Start a conversation there. It's about recognizing that your worth isn't defined by someone else's acknowledgement. In the unavoidable intersections where you must interact with this person, maintain professionalism. Keep conversations brief to the point and devoid of personal depth. This isn't about showing them up. It's about showing up for yourself. By keeping it strictly business, you're not giving room for unnecessary drama. It's a stance that says, I'm here for what's important, not for the play.
This approach helps you stay focused on what matters, keeping you grounded and unshaken by indifference. Ultimately, if the disregard continues, embrace the power of walking away. This isn't defeat, it's a strategic retreat. It's about understanding that your energy is better invested elsewhere.
In relationships and pursuits that bring you joy and growth.
By choosing not to engage in a one-sided struggle, you're not just moving past a person.
You're moving towards better opportunities, healthier interactions, and a more peaceful state of mind.
Your response to indifference isn't a reflection of defeat. It's a testament to your strength and self-respect.
10. Give them the silent treatment.
Choosing silence in the face of indifference isn't about getting the upper hand. It's about maintaining your dignity. Stoicism teaches us to use silence not as a means to provoke or manipulate, but as a tool for self-reflection and emotional mastery.
When someone ignores you and you respond with silence,
let that silence be a period of introspection. It's a time to understand your feelings, to sift through your thoughts, and to find clarity.
This isn't about punishing the other person. It's about preserving your inner peace.
In this silence, there's a profound opportunity for personal growth. It's not about shutting down. It's about opening up to yourself. Stoicism encourages us to use these moments to reflect on our virtues, our values, and how we want to engage with the world.
It's a chance to ask ourselves, why does this bother me? What can I learn from this? How can I grow?
This kind of silence is constructive, not destructive. It's a moment to reinforce your character and align your responses with your principles. So if you choose to remain silent, let it be a conscious choice, rooted in self-care and wisdom.
it was a decision to avoid engaging in vile acts like manipulation, revenge, or pettiness.
Instead, it's embracing Stoicism's call for temperance and self-control. By choosing not to respond, you're not just ignoring someone else. You're attentively listening to yourself. It's a practice in maintaining your composure.
Focusing on your personal journey and embodying the Stoic ideal of serenity in the face of adversity.
13. Don't reveal your struggle.
When someone ignores you, the temptation to show your struggles can be overwhelming.
However, Stoicism teaches us the art of maintaining our composure. It's not about pretending everything is fine. It's about internal resilience. Displaying that you're unaffected isn't a charade. It's a reflection of true inner stability. Continue with your life with the same vigor and determination as before. It's not a performance for others, but a testament to your own strength. This approach isn't about denying your feelings. Acknowledge them, but don't let them be the captain of your ship. Let calmness and self-assurance be your guides. It's about controlling what you can, your actions, your responses, your demeanor. Displaying that you're unaffected isn't a charade. It's a reflection of true inner stability.
It's a subtle but powerful way of asserting that your sense of self-worth is independent of others' opinions or actions.
In essence, by not revealing your struggle, you're embracing the Stoic philosophy of emotional resilience. Stay stoic.